So today I'm going to tell you a history about how I spot agencies that will abandon delivery within 7 days and the operating system I use so we don't get ghosted, while still closing better clients at higher retainers. That's the biggest deal. All right, this is one of those days where you do a lot, you fix a lot, you still feel like you've been fighting fires for 12 hours straight, which actually is now like 9:32 and I started working at 9 in the morning, 9 a.m. And you still feel like, again, there's a lot of fires and there's a lot of things to do. And I want to share something that keeps showing up in my life and obviously also in business. Because it's not really about marketing, it's about the standards, it's about ownership, and not letting other people chaos become your default. I've worked in ads and sales for already 7 years. Well, I've already made 8 years. And I've hired a ridiculous number of agencies over time. I would say plus 50. I'm pretty much sure of it. And the pattern is always almost the same. Someone sells you hard. They promise the world. They say, we'll do whatever it takes. Then they're handoff. And suddenly you're dealing with someone who doesn't know shit, doesn't know what was promised, doesn't understand the priority, and doesn't have a clear definition of what done even means for you. That's when things start to slip. Updates get vague, deliverables get late, and you can feel the relationship turning into this weird situation where you are paying, but you're also somehow the one managing their work. So you're paying for them to do, you're paying and you're doing their work or part of it because you're also managing them and you see no return, you see less return. Like it's super fucked up. So here are two real things that happened to me this week that made me think, okay, this is exactly why I have a system for this. First one, I had an SEO vendor who was supposed to support some client work. I asked for things in a specific way. Clear deliverables, clear expectations, not that complicated. Also, if I text you something, please take note of it because customers want it done that exact way because that's what I've sold. Not complicated, obviously, no. You just take notes and improve it and do as you are asked, no? And instead of getting what was agreed, I basically got ghosted. Nothing useful. And then I got hit with an invoice pressure. Obviously, a surprise invoice dated in a way that didn't even match what we had actually agreed on. And then it's daily messages like, yo, pay the invoice, which I'm obviously ignoring because they hadn't delivered even half of the work and I paid in advance all that work. That's the moment where a lot of people fall because they don't want a conflict, they just want it to go away. But here's the rule I live by: I don't pay for promises, I pay for delivery. Not out of ego, not out of win. Just because if you allow someone to get paid without producing, you are training them to keep doing exactly that. So I did the boring, adult thing. Boring, it's always better than try to be creative. I documented what was requested back in the day, documented what was in delivery, and set a boundary. No delivery, no payment. Goodbye. Second thing happened today. I woke up to a platform alert that access has been removed from another account. No heads up, no message, just gone. This case it was Roberto. And honestly, the access thing isn't even the real issue. The real issue is what it represents. No communication standards, no ownership rules, no shared operating rhythm. Because when you don't have that, everything turns into emotional labor. You are constantly reacting and it's exhausting. And for this customer, I've been working like 5 hours a week and he was paying me like €300 a month. for a Google Ads account within a travel agency. It was so fucked up, a lot of work. He wouldn't even let me do things I wanted. I should just follow what he was saying, like super fucked up. Not the customers you want, not the work that you want. I mean, I don't recommend it 100%. So I had a very simple conversation. No drama, just clarity. From this point on, if someone wants random support, last minute changes, or chaos without a structure, I'm not doing that inside a retaining relationship. If you want me involved, it's either a structured work with clear priorities or it's early consulting. I'm not letting my day get hijacked by situations that could have been prevented with basic communication. On my side, I'm even letting all my customers freely book every Friday, like a 6 hours gap, whenever they want to book a meeting and talk. They even have that freedom. And here's the part that really matters. This isn't me trying to be thought. This is me trying to protect my energy and do good work. Because my clients that actually get the best results are the ones where there's clarity, standards, and a real operating system. I know that that's repeated over and over and over, but that's the truth. They don't even text me. They just see the money coming in. Simple as that. And that's also why later today I had a call that went the opposite direction. Good energy, clear scope, clean expectations. The kind of client that feels like progress instead of friction. This case was a guy from the US doing dropshipping with many stores, and he just called me, Joe, I want to work with you for Meta, and I want you to review our Google Ads account. He said, can you do it for 700? And I said, can you do 9? Then we move ahead. He just sending me over right now all the accounts, all the accesses, and everything. And not just more money, it's peace. So if you are dealing with anything like this, vendors, clients, partners, whatever, here's the takeaway. If you don't define done, people will sell you effort. If you don't define communication, you live in reactive mode. And if you don't set boundaries, your calendar becomes a dumping ground for other people's problems. That's it for today. No pitch, no agenda, just something I had to learn the hard way. Hope it helps also to you. If you want, I can share the one page operation system I use to prevent this stuff. So tell me and I'll post it. That's it for today. Have a great one.